Hey guys, so Blizzard have released a new free-for-all deathmatch LTM in Overwatch 2 called Battle for Olympus. Basically, you're going to be able to choose between 7 different characters. You'll be fighting to the death, first to 20 kills. And at first this might seem kind of boring, but what we've done is they've mega buffed these guys' ultimates, and so now they're extra powerful. So today, we're going to be ranking those divine ultimates as they're called. So if you want to see which ones are great, and which ones you might not want to use, because let's be honest, they're really important in this, make sure to watch right through the video. Let's get into it. Okay, so we begin with Poseidon Ramatra's Divine Annihilation. So what we've done here is that when you're using his ultimate, your Ravenous Vortex ability creates a large whirlpool that pulls enemies in, and your Pommel deals a lot more damage and has a further range. And of course the length of it is also extended quite significantly. So this ultimate is decent. It's not anything special compared to some of them in here. I think it deserves to be in about the B tier. It's solid. It's a decent buff, but compared to some of these, it just can't compete really. And next up, we have Zeus Junker Queen's Divine Rampage. So this also lasts for 20 seconds. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be doing that initial rampage that you usually get. Then after that, in those other 20 seconds, you're going to have damage done with your scatter gun, giving you the chance to apply additional lightning damage to her abilities. And this lightning damage is actually pretty huge. She also gets some extra health, I'm pretty sure. So this ultimate is really powerful. Definitely one of the best ones in here. Might not seem like they buffed it that much, but believe me, it's good. I think this is probably going to be our first S tier here. Like, it's very powerful. Okay, so we're going to follow right on from that into our next S tier. Minotaur Reinhardt's Divine Earthshatter. Now this ultimate has been buffed to huge proportions, because Reinhardt isn't actually that good in this LTM just normally by himself. He's kind of weak compared to some people, because like you have a Roadhog, and even if you pin him, you just can't do anything. Like, he just heals up and then he kills you, right? There's only 2 people you can actually kill with your pin realistically. So what we've done here is they've made it last 20 seconds after you've swung your hammer down. So you still smash your hammer into the floor and stun people. Then after that, for the next 20 seconds, whenever he charges, he heals when he slams them into the wall. He can pin up to 3 targets with the same pin, which can actually be pretty huge. You can get double or triple kills with this now. The cooldown is only 3 seconds, so you're going to be able to use this quite a lot. And whenever you pin someone, it's now lethal. So, you know that Roadhog, who would never die, even if he uses his ultimate now, which we'll get onto later, but it gives him extra health, then that's still going to one-shot him, unlike the pin before. So, this is actually going to be really strong. Well, speak of the devil, here's Cyclops Roadhog's Divine Whole Hog. So what we've done to this is that it now lasts for 15 seconds, you gain a huge amount of health, 600 extra health, but your hitbox actually gets increased. So that's interesting, right? Like, you gain a load of tankiness, but it's actually easier to hit you now. Especially for someone like Junker Queen with a shotgun, that can increase your damage on you significantly. But basically, they've also removed his normal ultimate fire, and now it just hurls huge boulders, just a big rock. And they actually deal huge damage, and they still do some knockback, not as significant, but it's actually quite powerful. It also gives your melee damage 5 times damage, but I don't really think it's that significant. You're not really going to be punching people that often in this ultimate from my experience, but it's still quite a powerful ultimate. I'd say it's hovering between A and B. I'm going to put it up in A tier for now. And next we have Hades Farah's Divine Rocket Barrage. So what we've done here is that you still do your normal ultimate, but you can move whilst doing it. So you can just do huge damage whilst staying alive. And it's a lot easier to keep targeting people as well. It's quite nice. And for 20 seconds after that, you actually launch 3 rockets from one shot instead of 1, which is actually really sick. It's basically tripling your damage, I think. I could be wrong there. You also have less jump jet fuel consumption, so you can stay in the air more, which is also really nice. And kills do heal you and extend the duration. I've not really checked how much they extend the duration for. They don't actually heal you that much, but it can still be quite nice. I'd say it's definitely an A tier ultimate, and whilst the ultimates aren't really ranked on the order from left to right, I do just want to make a point here of saying that it is definitely better than Roadhog's one. And now on to Medusa Widowmaker's Divine Infrasight. So they've actually removed, I believe, her wall hacks on it. However, instead, while scoped in, anyone looking at you turns into stone. Now the way this works is actually kind of strange. So it doesn't actually turn people to stone immediately, which can be quite frustrating. So if someone's like jiggle peeking a wall on you, they don't actually get frozen. Also, it doesn't permanently freeze them whilst they're looking at you. It only does it for like a couple of seconds, and then it unfreezes them. So it only really gives you time to get one fully charged headshot, maybe two. Two fully charged headshots, keep in mind, will be enough to kill anyone, unless it's an ulting Roadhog. But you're not usually going to get that time. If you flick one after doing the first one, then you'll get it. But overall, I'd say it's pretty weak ultimate, purely because of that fact that it doesn't actually freeze them immediately. So I'm going to be putting this as our first C tier ultimate. Okay, and finally, we got Hermes Lucio's Divine Sound Barrier. So I've actually changed this quite a lot. You do now have it lasting for 20 seconds. You're always able to jump again after jumping off a wall, which is quite interesting. It does allow for some much better wall riding. I didn't find it that significant in terms of just movement, but it could be quite nice. If you boot people into walls, it actually stuns them and does extra damage, which was actually huge. It didn't help me that much when I was playing him, but when I was playing against him, it was actually really frustrating. His attack and move speed has been greatly increased, and that's actually really significant because it now means that he's harder to hit, so he's harder to kill, but also his damage actually got increased quite decently, and he's now got infinite ammo too. So he can just keep pelting people with bullets and then also boot them into the wall for extra damage. It was quite good. However, I feel like just that lack of burst damage from the ultimate kind of knocks it down a notch, and so I'm going to have to put this one in the B tier. Okay guys, I do just want to end this video off here by saying that there is no D tier on this list because all of the ultimates are really good. Widow's one even, which is in C tier, it's still significantly better than her normal one. So yeah, keep that in mind. Okay, well, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and maybe check out this video next. See ya.